All right, I think I have my camera too low again. We'll have to see. We will have to see where we are here. I owe you guys 2 projects for today because I didn't get to my 5 from 1 yesterday. And I had said that I was going to do 5 from 1 with, let's keep my cameras in the wrong spot, I think. Let's move this up a little bit. All right. I'm going to do 5 from 1 for Father's Day. These Father's Day transfers are still available. There's still plenty of time to order them to make some cool stuffs for Father's Day. Hopefully you'll think that my stuff is cool, or at least interesting. I have a winner for our drawing from last week. Finally, there wasn't too many people that shared, so it was kind of it was kind of easy to choose a winner, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, let me do my shares here. Okay, share to my page. No, I'm on my page. Share to my personal page. All right, that's done. I wonder if hashtags help when I share. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to share this as me. I don't know if that helps either. You got me. I've no idea. I know that I know that sometimes sharing as yourself and not as your business is better for Facebook's algorithms, but I am not really sure. All right, this is going into the Chalkaholics, which is my closed group. I'm going to be changing the name to that, from a VIP group to a private group or a closed group or something. I just am not too keen on the, I don't like the name VIP. I want to change it. So I don't really know what I'm going to change it to. And I'm working on a bunch of things to keep up with changes in Facebook. So keep an eye out for that. I just got all these things established, and then Changebook changed things, and it changed the way I need to do things, which is really frustrating because I put so much time into the trying to set things up, and then I just had to go around and change it. So there's that. It's all good. It's all good. Hopefully with these changes, then Facebook won't change things around a lot after this. Hopefully. I mean, who knows? We're going to get it all set up to do X, Y, Z, and then they're going to say, no, we don't want you to do that anymore. We want you to do it this way. And then we're going to get used to that, and they're going to say, no, I want you to do it this way. So it's just a boatload of ways that Facebook, I think, wakes up, the leaders of Facebook wake up and say, how can we torture them today? How can we torture them today? All right, so just doing a couple of invites here, and we're going to jump right into that, and we'll see, where are we? Okay. You know, I do my thing on my page when I go live. I send out a bunch of invitations. I haven't given my what is that called? My disclaimer in a couple of days. So I'm just throwing this out here. If in fact you do not want to be tagged in my lives or invited, I don't tag people because that just would be really rude. If you don't want to be invited to my lives, then let me know. I've had a couple of people who said, yeah, I'd rather not, because they're friends and they don't really follow me on with my Chucky stuff. And so they said, yeah, I'd rather not. Hi, Franny. Who's angry? I think that was an accident. That was an angry, I made an angry face. That is so funny. I'm going to change mine to a love. I have to go out from being I was tagged as myself. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, that's so interesting. Now look at that. When I'm here as myself, I see things differently. Ooh, that's kind of cool. All right. We'll have to see. Maybe I'm just going to leave myself as myself and see if it works any different. Who the heck knows? Anyway, so I'm taking a chance tonight because I'm working with a brand new transfer, and I'm working on 2 surfaces that work better with a transfer that has been used before. So we'll see. Hopefully this will not turn out to be a hot mess, but I had a couple ideas. 5 from 1 is a series that I do every week, and it shows you 5 different ways to use one transfer. And since Father's Day is coming up, I'm going to work on some Father's Day things this week with this one transfer that says, it says original, the best dad ever, a little mustache and a gaming thing, and in, I guess, axes and stuff for fixing cars and fixing things. I suppose that this would be like an antiquated sexist kind of thing, but you know what? Whatever, it works. Okay, the other dad one that I have is really cute. This one says Dad Life. Hip dad with the mustache and it's very funny. It looks like the guy from Heisenberg, whatever his name is, from Breaking Bad. I'm the dad, that's why, and dad bod. So that's going to be probably the week after, I think. We'll have to see. So I might not do a whole week of that, but we'll have to see. So I had a couple ideas. So here is the transfer. And like all the transfers, like many transfers we have, you get a bunch of different pieces, a bunch of little parts that you can use when you cut them down, and then you'll use them in different ways. And what I'm going to do tonight is a mug. All right, and then I have this frame. Now this frame I used already. Oop, oh, that was good. I dropped the glass right out of it. This frame I used already when I worked with one of the sports themes that we had. Just want to put it together so that you can see what it's going to look like. All right, when I worked with the sports theme, I had decorated the perimeter of the mat, a little paper mat that was in there. And so I love to reuse things. I love to recycle and upcycle and just, you know, get multiple uses out of one item is really cool. So, you know, my kids, they played ball. I'm done with them playing ball. I take that out and I made a new mat to go in there. All right, so there we go. All right. And I'm going to show you how that is going to go together. But I'm working on paper. So working on paper and working on glass with a brand new transfer. I don't know what got into me. I don't know what kind of insanity that fell upon my brain to choose to do this. But it is what it is. Now, I don't know why this is not locking. Oh, because it's outside of the... All right. Those little hook thingies that you put in there. It wasn't grasping. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to put this to the side because we're going to put it together afterwards. All right, so I have this paper frame and I have the glass. I'm going to use the glass first because I think I'll get a little bit more fuzz out of it. And this is going to just be super, super easy. I'm just going to put the word original across there. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to cut these. Now, the transfers are silk screen transfers. They're adhesive back. They have silk screen where all the white is. So it's not a stencil. It's got this silk screen on it so that when you use our Chalkology paste, it glides over the silk screen and gives a really smooth finish. All right. And okay, so that's cut. This one I'm going to try to cut without cutting the paper. No, I'm not going to. I don't have any extra backing sheets because they're out of stock at the store, in the shop, rather, the website, whatever. They're out of stock till the end of this month. And so I'm desperate. I have all of my transfers kind of like pinned together with a safety clip. A safety clip, oh my gosh. A paper clip, I can't even speak. All right, with a paper clip. And I'm so afraid I'm going to lose these. What I do is I buy packs of 10 of the backing sheets so I can cut this up and I put these all on one backing sheet and throw the little pieces away. All right, and with some of them, I've been peeling off the transfer and trying to cut them so that I have the one big piece, but that's just a pain in the neck to do when I'm doing a live. Oh, look who's here. There's Cody is here, and Kat's here, and Donna's here. Hello, hello, and hello. I'm going to announce that my winner is Jennifer, and I can't pronounce. Cody, what's your last name? Houston. Jennifer Bellamy. Is it Huston or Houston? You're going to have to. Is it a short U or a long U? Is it Houston like Houston, Texas? Or is it Huston as an sound like a short U? Or maybe it's Houston, because in Brooklyn, in New York City rather, there's a street and it's spelled Houston. And you would think that it is like Houston in Texas, but in New York City, we pronounce it as Houston. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a reason why. Okay, so Jennifer is the winner of last week's hashtags. Okay, so yesterday we had our first hashtag. Today's hashtag is going to be simple. It's going to be hashtag dad. Okay, so if you share this video, tell me with a hashtag dad, and I'm writing it down so I don't forget. That is Tuesday. Okay, so there we go. Now, if you want yesterday's hashtag, go back and watch the video, share it, and use yesterday's hashtag. All right. Every time you use a hashtag, every time you share it, you get an entry into the end of the week drawing. And I will draw your name, and then I will pick something that I have won. It's a surprise that I have made, rather. And you will get something. You'll get it in the mail. All right. All completely free. I'm allowed to do that because I'm giving you something that I made. So, all right. Working with glass. So she's the winner. Yay, exciting. Share, share, share away. Give me hearts and loves and hugs and all kinds of things that they allow you to do on Facebook. All right. I am using just a Lysol wipe to give the glass a good cleaning because I want to have it on a nice clean surface. And then, of course, I have to dry it because our transfers don't work well on things that are wet. Woo, woo. Oh, yeah. Woo, woo. Yep. Oh, as in Houston, Texas. See, I'm glad I asked. I'm glad I asked. See, I hate when I mispronounce people's names. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And look at my giant last name. I mean, you know how many times my last name is mispronounced. So, I want you to. Oh, there's Jennifer. Jennifer's in the VIP group. Okay. So now, wait. Now, how are Jennifer and Cody related? Explain that to me. I know that you're related. And are you related to Karen Gosh? Because you guys, I saw you all together. So you could just be friends. You could be related in different ways. I'm not going to be making a guess. So, okay, there's Jen. Now, is Jennifer hearing me? I see Jennifer's posting in the group. Okay, so let's see. Let me see if I can do a tandem thing. All right, so look at my last name, and I want you to type a 1 if you have heard of a comedy group called Key and Peele. Okay, Key and Peele. All right, Key and Peele are a funny comedy group, and they do this bit using my last name as part of their bit. Imagine, I should get a cut of that. I should get a cut of that. Okay, and if you have seen anything from Key and Peele, type a 1. And if you know the skit that I'm talking about, type a 2. So 1 if you've heard of Key and Peele, and 2 if you have actually seen the skit that uses my last name as part of, yay. Okay, Jennifer's over here. So I'm going to tell Jennifer. Jennifer, can you hear me? I wonder if you can hear me on the video from there. That's so weird. Jennifer, if you can hear me, come on over to, click on the video and come over to the business page. I don't really know if it makes a difference. I'm just curious to see what happens because I can't do those things because I'm like, you know, the owner. There's Jennifer and there's Donna Feliciano. Morin. See, we're talking about last names. So, okay. So Jennifer, okay. Jennifer, you are the winner from last week. Okay. So, and you've heard of Key and Peele. So Jennifer, I need your address. I need to know. Oh, good. You can hear me. So that's weird, right? So Jennifer, I need your address and I need to know how you and Cody are related. And are you related to Karen? Karen, is it Gosh? Is that her last name? Gosh, Nosh? Oh, gosh, I am awful with names. This is terrible. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my project here. So you're the winner. I'm going to send you something super cool that I made, and I just need you to private message me your address. Okay, I'm going to take the word original, and this is just a super simple, you can pretty much do this on any mug, any glass mug, anything. I've peeled the transfer off. You notice I forgot again. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with her? I need to put a B on the back. Okay. This is so that I don't forget to put the transfer back on the backing the proper side. All right. So I am going to fuzz this a lot. What I mean by fuzzing is, I did great on your last names. Take a look at my last name, Donna. I do my best. And plus, I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and it was incredibly ethnically diverse where I lived. It was primarily a Jewish-Italian neighborhood, but then I also lived in the projects that was primarily, I think it was primarily African-American, but Asian as well. And so, and then we moved over a couple of blocks, I don't know, maybe half a mile from the projects, and it was a little bit... there was more of Italian and Jewish, although the projects was pretty Jewish too. This is true when I was a kid. So the names and the, oh gosh, the diversity, I love, love, love the diversity of living in Brooklyn, I'll tell you. Some of the last names, and my favorite name growing up, my friend's grandmother's name. Do you know what her name was? Fanny Finkelstein. I love that name. I think Fanny Finkelstein is just an amazing name to have. I was kind of felt bad for the kids with the last name of Lipschitz. I kid you not, that was their last name, Lipschitz, Liptzch, Chitz, something like that. It was crazy, crazy, crazy long. And so, but yeah, kids are mean. So, but my maiden name is Ross, super easy, Ross. My last name is O'Shag-Hennessy. So, O'Shaughnessy is how it's pronounced, but Key and Peele do this bit where they pronounce everything phonetically. And so they pronounce my name, the last name, O'Shag-Hennessy. And the funny thing is that the boy that they reference in there, his name is Ryan. Good, nice little Irish name. Guess what my son's name is? Ryan O'Shag-Hennessy. This is not straight. I want to make sure it's straight. Ryan O'Shag-Hennessy. And so the kids at school knew him, would like, associate him with that skin. He loved it though. They weren't mean about it. Okay, so what I did was I lined the center up to the handle. Okay, so that it's kind of in the center there. And then I just gently pull it around and place it down. I am not pressing on it a lot because I don't want it to be so stuck on there. And for tonight's thing, just for tonight, I'm using chalk on here because I want to be able to reuse this mug at a later date. You will use, if you're going to make this, you'd use the ink, same colors, same process, but then you can bake this mug in the oven at 3. Oh, okay, so you are related. See, okay, good. I didn't want to assume. You know what happens when you assume. Okay, so nice. You guys are, I'm so happy when you guys come. It's really, really cool because I love to be able to put a face to a name. And so when I saw you guys at the fair that time, the thing in Scranton, I was like, oh my gosh, I know them. It was really kind of cool. So you would use the ink and you could bake it 350 in the oven and then leave it in the oven for 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes, you leave it sit in the oven till the oven cools off and then the ink is permanent. But I'm just going to use just regular paste today just to show how it works because I want to be able to wash it off. Look what I got in the mail. Oh my gosh, this arrived today. So I went on late last night and people may have actually missed out on a project that I did last night. I did it real quick because I was so dying to mess around with that transfer. Can you see? I did Let Freedom Ring, and I did all of those cool bursts of fireworks. But I was sad because I didn't have the proper blue. I didn't like the way that looks at all. So I'm going to redo that another day this week. Got my blue today. This is Liberty Blue. Oh, my thing beat. Liberty Blue, which is the perfect blue for 4th of July, Memorial Day, any kind of cool patriotic stuff. But I'm going to use it here because, I associate blue with boys. It is what it is. It's what I do. Cool thing about our paste. What? Do you remember me opening paste with that annoying, messy foil? I'd have to poke it and pull it and it would get everywhere. Chalk Couture is amazing, and look what they have done. They have made our pastes appeal. Now, I'm not going to say it's not messy, but it's so much easier. That foil was a hot, hot mess. I have heard, though, the original paste from 2 years ago, they had like a cap in there that held it all down, and that was equally horrible. And the jars were much smaller, and they were more money. So these are our nice 3-ounce jars. All right, so this is the perfect consistency of paste. Almost always, when you get a new jar of paste, it is the perfect consistency. And if I would love my pastes the right way and take care of them and spray them with water every time, they would look this beautiful every time, but I don't. So I get lumps, and then you guys have to see me fix the lumpy issues in my pastes. All right, so this is a perfect, perfect consistency. And I'm just gonna use a squeegee, and we're gonna put it on the, what is that thing called? Mug. All right. All right, let's move this over here. Okay, so my mini squeegee, my favorite little squeegee, next to the multi-tool. Small bits of color that you want to put in smaller spots. Gives you a lot of detail that you can do with that. Okay, so I'm just going to put some paste on here, and you simply just swipe it over. the silk screen. I want to make sure that it's all covered. All right. Now, you know when we're working with ink, the ink dries a lot slower. Is that right? Because I know that it's curving downward. Let me just make sure that it's curving down. I want to make sure it's curving down properly. It was. Okay. You know that the ink dries slower than the paste. So I'm working a little bit fast because I want to make sure that it doesn't dry on the other side. And you don't need a lot. You just want to make sure that I see a bubble. No, you just want to make sure that it's all the silkscreen area is covered. You want to try to avoid leaving lines behind. It's always helpful. Okay, let's see if that bubble messed things up. Just going to take the corner. Never pull it by the corner, always pull it by the center. And here we go. Let's see what I got here. Da, 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 da. Look how cool that is. That is just so cool. And it just says original. And I don't really think it needs to say anything else because, you know, when you're giving it to a dad, dad is the original dad. Now, I could use the other words on here, but I just kind of like the way that looked. Now, what I might do, okay, so you know what I think I'm going to do? As cool as that is, I think it needs something else, a little something that I saw on the transfer that I'm using. Okay, where'd my pieces go? My pieces are here, and I'm going to take something from here, and I think it's going to make it look so cute. I don't know if you notice the little bits and pieces on here. This one little piece I think is going to look adorable. It's not going to look adorable. It's going to look manly. Can you figure what it is without seeing it first? I don't know if you guys caught wind of what it was. If you think you know what it is, and I'm going to put it on add to this, make a guess, add to the, what is that called? The mug. I don't want you guys to see it, so I'm doing it over here so you can't see what it is. But maybe you saw it when I was first working on it. I'll just say that it's manly. So make a guess. It's a manly thing that I'm going to be slapping on my mug here. I think it's going to make it look really cool. All right. It doesn't apply to every dad, though. I'm hiding that. I don't want you to see it. It will not apply to every dad, but it'll apply to some of them. Let me get this color here. I think this is a good color. And I like that we have a lot of different colors that you can make, make it match kind of personally if this fits on the dad that you have. All right. I need another squeegee. No guesses? What do you think I'm going to put on here? What are the guesses? I'll even let I'll even encourage my other designers to go ahead, make a guess. What am I going to put on here? Da, 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 da. Trying to center that. Can you see what it is? I don't know if you can see what it is yet. I'm so silly. I need to get out more. Oh, I'm actually going. I will be in Carbondale on Thursday. I'm meeting with someone in Carbondale who would like to maybe be a designer, but for sure we're going to be having a workshop there on June 6th. It's a new little shop she opened, and I'm excited to meet with her to see how this goes. She may be a designer, but on June 6th, mark your calendar. All right, what do you think it's going to be? Let's see if it works. Oh my gosh, it's a mustache. I really like Chalk Couture too much, I think. How cute is that? It's not cute, it's manly. Okay, original mustache dad. There we go. Project number 1, done. That was super fast, super easy. Now, let's see. Fingers crossed that this is going to work because I'm taking a chance on working with paper with a brand new transfer. Not always a great idea. So it may be that you're only going to get one project out of this transfer, because if I ruin it, then I can't do anything else with it, and I only have one of them, so I have no backup. All right, so here are my little pieces, and I had this idea to create a mat that's going to fit inside of a picture frame. But then I'm going to decorate the mat. And I left a spot for a 4x6 photo of Dad. Or granddad, you can put in there, uncle, a brother for you know, anybody that just for Father's Day, just so you want to acknowledge them. I had my grandpa growing up. I didn't have my dad around, but I did have my grandpa and had some uncles. And so there are a lot of people in your life that could be just like a dad, just like a mom, just like Mother's Day isn't just for, like, you know, birth moms. There are a lot of people out in the world that are like moms to kids and adults alike. Okay, so I'm getting some gray for the wrench. Hi, Heather. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. So glad to see you there. Okay, I have my pieces. Oh, what did I forget to do? Jeez, Donna, what the heck? You know, I used to joke and people would say, how many kids you have? I have 4 kids. I started out with 6, but I lost 2 of them. Because I'm the most forgetful human being on the planet. I always have a lot on my mind. My mind doesn't turn off. I'm just one of those people. All right, I think that this is another one. Nope, that's from another thing, another project. Okay, so I'm excited to see what Jennifer's going to get. So Jennifer, when you get your prize from this past week, make sure you take a picture of it. And tell Karen that hers was mailed out a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So she should be getting hers like any second if it didn't even arrive yet. So I want to see pictures. Cool beaners. That would be fun. Okay, so yes, Chalk Couture works on paper. Okay, it does work on paper. But the transfer has to either be well loved, because you've seen my transfers that are covered with the dye. You know, they get colored. They look old and stiff and icky, but they still work fine. I mean, that's the cool thing about Chalk Couture. You just use these transfers and then you wash them off and use them again and again. That's what's so cool. But with paper, glass, plastic, ceramic, using it on a whiteboard, anything that's super smooth. And this actually is, it's smooth, but it's also very thin. So I'm just hoping that we're going to be all right with that. You want to just fuzz it a whole lot on there. And normally I have this all prepped, but it was a brand new transfer and I just didn't have time. I was going through some Chalk Couture stuff today because I got 3 boxes of Chalk Couture stuff. Oh, it was so cool. Okay, so I want silver and I want blue. And then I want, I have an old red. I don't want to open the new red. I need red for the axe handles. Okay, and then blue for that, and I think I want parakeet. Where is my parakeet green? Okay, there's parakeet. Parakeet I think is going to look good on the black. I hope. Okay, so I am going to start with the axes, which I guess represents hunting and, I don't know, chopping wood in the woods. Where's my friend Joe? My friend Joe, one of our dearest friends. I've known him since forever. Since I was 16, I have known Joe. And he was born in Hong Kong. And when he came here when he was young, you know, he had to learn a second language. But he has a problem with pluralization. And we tease him because we love him. And he would get his S's mixed up. And he would say, I'm going into the woods to chop the woods. Yes, the axes just reminded me of that. Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to put the axes here. I'm not going to press it too hard. And I want the handles to be red. And I want the axe part to be, oh, I forgot to stir this. I want the axe part to be, the axe part's going to be gray, I guess. That's the color of an axe, right? I can't remember the last time I even, like, saw an axe. You know what I can show you, though? I don't know if you can see it. Right there is a scar on my hand where I had a run-in with an axe when I went camping when I was about, I don't know, maybe 23, 24. I was just married. Bonk, right with the axe on my hand. Cut it down to the bone. My husband's like, why are you using the axe in such a way? I was trying to shave kindling off a piece of wood. Oh, the same as Cody, so I think I have that. Yes, okay. I'll absolutely just pop that in the mail. Okay, so I'm going to just do the axe handles this way. And where's the lid? I need my, oh, and I was just saying how cool it is to use the multi-tool to get into those little areas that you want to get into. I'm so nervous that this is going to peel off. Fingers crossed, hands to God. The fireman's tool, that's what it is, firefighter's tool. Is the top of it gray? That's what I'm hoping for, because I'm thinking that it's gray, but the one that I had was covered in blood. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to do that part and then do this part. So our hashtag today is #dad. And if you share the video and don't put hashtag, okay, here we go. Put #dad, so then you get an entry into the giveaway. Please don't stick, please don't stick, please don't stick. Let's see. Oh, I think we're good. Slowly, slowly, slowly. It worked. Very cute. Okay, so we have the axes, and now we need the tools. All right. The tools. Some of the transfer pieces are just so stinking cute because they're detailed. I shouldn't say cute, they're cool. They're detailed, and you can get such a nice look the way that they put the detail in the transfers. I'm really hoping that at some point, what do I want to put this over here? At some point, they are going to come up with, I want to see like people. I know it might sound crazy, but I think that to have people, you know how we have the mermaid, like we have the face on the mermaid. And I was thinking how cool it would be to have, I don't know, some sort of people. I don't know if they can even do that. What I really want is a giant dragon. Oh my gosh, a dragon. How fun would that be? And it needs to be an E-sized dragon. It needs to be the biggest one that we make. And maybe even breathing fire. You know what? Oh my gosh, they should make a dragon and then make one of the little extra pieces the fire that comes out of the dragon's mouth. Can you tell that I just watched Game of Thrones? Do you have any Game of Thrones fans here? I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. It came off and it worked fine. Now you can see it's a little curled because I did have to pull it a little bit. It did stick down a lot, so that's when it curls. You clean this off, you put it back on its backing. I leave it a tiny bit wet when I put it on the backing, and then I'll put a book on it or something to flatten it out, and it usually is totally fine after that. I mean, I've never had one that didn't still work afterwards, even when it was curled a little. So, okay, so I have this last little piece that I'm going to put. And I think it's so cool because so many of the dads I know this applies to. My brother-in-law, this certainly applies to. And I have 3 sons, and I know that when my sons have kids, this is going to apply to them too. All right. I think I want to put this over here. Can you tell what that is? I don't know if you can tell what it is. I don't know if you can tell what it is. I am not one to partake in this particular activity that much because I have issues with doing this activity and then getting incredibly nauseous when I do it. So let's see if you guys can figure out what this is. You might be able to see it a little better now that I got paste on it. Let's see. Where's my blue cup? Okay, so pull this off gently. Don't stick. Oh, you can't see it so well on my end, but I bet when it's dry and I lift it up, you'll be able to see it. Let's see if I put it up here. Can you see it? Okay, let's put the light on and see. There, can you see it now? Can you see what it is? Okay, so type in when you know what it is. Type the name of what this is if you know what it is. It looks cool on my end, but it's not as clear because it's dark on dark. Maybe I'll go over that on white. I might do that. I forget about how, like, you know, darker colors just don't show up as well. The lighter colors show up as well. But I think the green will be all right. All right, so now we have the words. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I think it goes like that. Okay, so I'm not going to put the word the. I'm just going to use best. Alrighty. Was anybody able to figure out what that little, the little blue one here that I put on? Can you figure out what that is? If you can figure out what that is, then type in what that is so that I know somebody figured it out. And I'm wondering if I know because, like I said, I have a lot of sons. My daughter wasn't really into that much. I mean, she would play, but not the way my boys did. So, all right. And again, hearts and thumbs up. The ones that send up the bubbles are awfully helpful to me. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys even coming here. I love doing this. So I love having people that I can chat with and talk with. And in my mind, when I'm doing this, every time I peel off one of the stickers, one of the transfers, I should say, I feel like you're all going, oh, with me. I feel like every time you're all going, wow, look what she just did. I wish I could do that. Hey, if you wish that you can do that, type the words join, just the word, no, add me, just the word add me, and I'll put you in my VIP group, and you can get stuff on sale and bundles and stuff that I put together. All right, here we go. Or just keep coming to my lives. You never know what you're going to get for, you know, if you get put in the drawing, if you share the video. Every time you share it, you get a chance. You never know. Maybe one day I'll pack a whole bunch of stuff into a box and just send it off, and somebody would be very happy. I do get a lot of stuff. I do have a lot of extras sometimes. So I like to share the love. Okay, so I'm just going to put the, you know me and my angles. I don't want to put it all the way to the end because the frame has that little bit cut off when you put it in there. So I'm hoping that that should really be fine. That should be fine. And I was going to use this is emerald green. Where's my parakeet green? There it is. I want to use parakeet green. I knew it didn't look right. Although maybe the yellow, the buttermilk yellow would look nice too. But I'm going to use parakeet green because it's bright and fun. Xbox or PlayStation, that's what it is. It is a gaming control. I want to say it's like a vintage Nintendo. So what is Nintendo? Is Nintendo PlayStation or Xbox? Or is Nintendo something completely different? My son, who deals with video games every day of his life, could you imagine? He found the perfect job. My son, Ryan, travels around the country and Canada, and he does vintage video games / Comic-Con type events. And that's what he does for a living. And for a 23-year-old, 24-year-old guy, man, he's a happy camper. Mostly. Mostly. There we go. Nice. It's a good thing he likes to drive. He drives all the way to Texas. He'll drive to Los Angeles. You asked my son. Okay, so Cody knows. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, my boys laugh at me. I know a bunch of stuff. I only know about Key and Peele because of my boys. There's like no... I don't just sit around watching that, but they do crack me up. They really do. As a matter of fact, when my son was here just the other day, he showed me, do you ever see that Key and Peele? It was a different one. It was funny. Okay. Where do I want to put that? I think kind of like here. All right, that's going to work. The best. All right. And we have font. We have individual letters. So if you wanted to make this for granddad or grandfather, whatever, you can always add the word grand if you had the fonts available. Okay, so this is the best. I love that I get all these little words too, because I get creative. I haven't really done many to show, but I make them, you know, because I can't show everything that I make because that would be crazy. But we use the miscellaneous words to get like all these different fonts. Oh, that was your other son. Sorry. How many sons do you have? I have 3. And there were some days I felt like I had 47. Do you ever have days like that? I love my boys, but oh my goodness. They are amazing, and they were a handful. And so God gave me my daughter first because he knew. I shouldn't complain. My boys were boys. They just were like, you know, fun, wild, crazy boys. But they were really good. I miss them. I miss them when they were little. I was just looking at kids' pictures of them when they were little. And they were so stinking cute. Remember the days when your kids thought you were like God? And they didn't... Oh, Craig with a K. That's cool. That's very cool, Craig with a K. I've never seen that. Are all your kids K's? Because I see Cody and Craig. So I'm sensing a pattern there. I'm sensing a pattern. 1 second. Oops, trying to fix that. Okay. Hello, Anita. Thank you for stopping by. Are you new here? I don't know if I've ever seen Anita. Probably I have. And if I have, Anita, I'm so sorry. I probably have seen you here before. I'm sure that I did. Because my brain is jello and it is hard for me to remember everybody that I know. Nothing personal, but I forget my kids' names. My kids grew up with, okay, so my daughter is named Megan, and my oldest son is named Ryan, and then my 2 younger sons are Joshua and Zachary. So Josh and Zach, I joke, and they are my Irish twins because they are 14 months apart, 14 and a half months apart. My son Josh was born in August. And my son Josh was born in June, and my son Zachary was born the following August. So it was kind of like, what? Are you kidding? Nope. And so it would be Megan and Ryan, and then the boys. My poor boys, they like don't even know their name because they're just the boys. They're the amalgam of the boys together. So, all right. So I'm just cleaning this off and covering this up. Now, this is pretty much done. I could put some other things on here if I wanted to. I could put more, another axe. I could put, you know, more of what the transfer came with. I could put these lines on here if I wanted to somewhere. I could put just kind of like sticking out in different places just to embellish it a little bit more. But I'm not gonna, because, you know, you get the gist. I like the way this looks. Now, what I did here in the open area, I measured for a 4x6 photo, okay? And you have 3 boys. Oh my gosh, you have 3 boys too? A set of twins and 1 older. Twins, 2 at one time. I gotta tell you, I could hardly handle 2 14 months apart, let alone 2 at a time. Okay. Oh, so you have Kevin. One of my boys was going to be named Kevin. If I'd had another boy, he would have been named Kevin, and I tossed around that name quite a bit. And my little guy, Zachary, he was going to be named Luke until my friend Joe, who I was speaking about earlier, my friend Joe, he says, so what do you think of the names? And I said, Luke. And he looked at me dead face. He goes, I am your father. And I was like, that's the end of that. My kid can never be named Luke. So, okay, look at that, even though I love the name. All right, so this is the frame. I'm going to put it in this way. And I just kind of cut it, just heavy stock paper. It's not anything spectacular. I just want to peek to make sure I put it the right way. Okay, I put it the right way. All right, I'm so happy that the transfers did not stick to the paper. I was so happy about that. All right, so if you have a picture of Dad, you can put it right there. How cool is that? That didn't take anything. And this, I actually picked this frame up at the dollar store. It was in a box. It came with this other, I did the baseball themed one. And I thought, you know, I could just, any picture frame and a piece of paper, you can do this. And a kid can make this, you know. So a kid can make this for Dad or Grandpa or Uncle or whatever. And how cute is that? I love it. So today you got your 2 for it. It's 5 from 1. So I didn't do it yesterday. You have the original glass beer mug or soda. No judgment. Fill it with whiskey. Yeah. Because sometimes dads with 3 sons need a whiskey. Just kidding. Okay. And then we have the frame that I did. Okay. So that's 2 projects that I did there. Alrighty. Now I want to look here. I don't really have enough time to do another project completely. But what I want to do is I just want to share. I want to show you something that I got. I was so excited. I think I was a little too excited. Okay, so I got a couple of things in the mail today. A bunch of transfers. All right, and I'm going to move this over here so I don't lose my bits and pieces. Oh, I could have put ever on there. Oh, look at that. Okay. Silly me. I have never worked with one of these. This is the first time getting one, and I'm very excited because when I first signed up, they didn't have these in this size. And I actually bought a transfer to fit on this sized, and I'm so excited. Really excited. Move this out of the way and move this. So this is the largest banner that we sell. It's really, really nice. It is a really nice piece of canvas almost. It's like a light canvas. And this is, it's long ways, all right? And it comes with these pieces of wood. And how does this go? I want to make sure I pull it properly. Okay, so it's magnetized, all right? So what you do is you take the one end and you put it here. I'm not making it super straight, and then you put the other, you connect the magnet that way, all right? And it's going to hold it if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing it right because I've never had one before. Okay, and then you put one on this end and you have this really cool banner. And what fits on this banner, all right, how cool. I purchased two super big, and I have these ones from the holidays, but I never really worked with them because I did not have the proper banner or surface. Where did they go? Okay. So here's one of the ones that I bought. And look at that. It fits perfectly on there. I am so excited to do this project with this banner. This is the 4th of July one. And now this is going to seem weird, but it's on clearance. So I had to pick this up. Look at the giant haunted mansion in October. How fun is that going to be? It's going to be awesome. I am so excited to do this one. Very, very, very cool. Okay, so that's going to be a project soon. Not exactly sure when. I have to reset up my other video area because I can't do projects this big with just my phone. This other thing showed up in the mail today too, and they also did not have these when I signed up. And check out the size of this board. It's so big and pretty, and look what happens when you put the big pretty transfers in them. It fits. And this is the Grayson board, so this can be washed and decorated again and again and again. It is so, so cool. You can do so many things with this, so many things with this. Very excited, very, very excited. Okay, where am I? Oh, it's after 10. Okay, I am not going to keep you guys anymore. Tomorrow, hopefully, I will be a little bit more back on track with getting my 5 out of 1 done earlier. Another project later on in the evening. All right, I'm just going to roll this up. This is going to be so much fun. Okay, put this aside. And tomorrow I'm going to finish up the Let Freedom ring. We're going to do that a little bit better. Where'd my stuff go that I made? Hey, oh, here. Here's our mug. And where'd the picture frame go? I put it down and now it's gone. Here it is. Okay, so I like to put these on last because then I get to choose what picture Facebook chooses for my thumbnail, because they always choose the ugliest pictures. So here we go. All right, projects 1 and 2. All right, I'm all done here, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Give me some hearts and loves and shares. #Dad. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment so that I know that you visited me on YouTube. If you're interested in Chalk Couture as a product, please enter the word, type the words, add me. I'll put you in my group. If you want more information about Chalk Couture as a business, then put join and I will get you some information on that. All low key, no pressure. You all have an amazing night. I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully.